Welcome back. New season, new year, old games.
Woo!
I know. We're back with out of the Christmas season, back with some really great Exile gameplay here. I'm Gabriel, joined by, of course, Mezzo here, who's playing all the Myst games in preparation now for the remake that is coming out.
I'm excited to try a remake.
Yeah.
And excuse my voice and any kind of stuffiness I sound. I think I'm fighting something. So for those at home, he already knew about it. So.
But without further ado, you ready to jump into this Exile game?
I think so. If you want to change us to the gaming layout, far right. There you go.
There you go.
That's
all right. So we got out of that cavern that was just painstaking. And you had rolled the ball, created the bridge, and we're in a brand new area here.
Yes, I remember
where we're
that.
At, I don't know what this place is called. But...
Okay. I'm excited to be in a new area. That means like the notes I had before and stuff can really just kind of go away. And you can take the notes now since I don't have a notebook up.
Oh.
I was so focused on what we were trying to fix before.
Yes. Anyone that knows anything about streaming, OBS StreamYard are a pain in the butt, at least.
Yeah. I mean, OBS, I'm starting to even like discover stuff I didn't know I could do. So like when I make, for those who are curious, so I have my own YouTube channel that I'm officially doing just uploads for my content creation right now. And I learned how to record my game audio and my mic audio separately as 2 tracks. And so when I edit them, if I'm not loud enough or the game's too loud, I can adjust them separately, which is nice.
All right. I believe we're in the Armateria.
Yes. That's what the game save called it before I loaded it in.
Okay. Ooh, pages.
My attempts to produce a carnivorous hybrid have had limited success. I thought I was making greater progress, but the life that grows in the forest isn't like the plants on Narayan. It's much more tenacious, less susceptible to grafts. Perhaps if I try mixing a species in from the swamp? No, it cannot be true. Surely his journalist deceived me. He says he's brought them back. He says he's given the denied brethren new life. But how? How can one man have so much power? How can one man's writings reawaken a dead world? I don't know what this means. By all that is sacred, Tamara, what can it mean? It doesn't change a thing. I can still continue as I planned. I can still seek revenge for my people. I will make my enemies suffer. By the weaving, Tamara, this changes everything. By Grabthar's hammer, what is savings? Okay, I don't know if anyone will get that reference. I have found a way. Do you know what that's from?
No.
Galaxy Quest.
Okay.
Alan Rickman's character says it for the commercials.
Nice.
Okay, now everyone knows. I have found a way to reprogram his scanning device. It requires scavenging parts from another mechanism.
Bruja.
Sounds like thunder. Mechanism in the tusk. But I think the gears I leave can still be operated by hand. Now, this looks like a key for a puzzle we're going to have.
Yes.
So if you want to... Or I can take a picture of it with my phone.
There you go.
This is like the digital notebook. Okay. The final painting is almost done. It's been hard to work in the heat, but he must see everything that happened. As he follows the instructions I will have left him, he will feel the pain I've suffered. If he doesn't, perhaps both will die. That also looks like something I need to take.
That looks like something we've done before.
Yeah, I want to say that looks like something we've done before. It is finished. All is ready for Atreus' arrival. Tonight, I will sleep among the ghosts. Then tomorrow, I will link into Tamana. When I link out, I'll be carrying his book, and may the spirits of my people serve to guide me in this.
Nice.
The end. Exit. There. Couldn't figure it out. All right, so this looks like a chute. There's a ball here. Wow, I can really get close to there, even though I can't actually physically go out there.
You're just going along the rail there. That's all.
I'm Miss Fantastic. Mrs. Fantastic stretching out.
There you go.
A chute of some sort where the ball goes into here and goes onto another track. It looks like. I don't see a way to do anything with it at this moment. But maybe it's just there to give me a look, and that's all I can see here. So I'm going back down. Keep your legs, arms, hands, and feet inside the ride at all times.
Yeah, except there's no railings.
Yeah, exactly. It's just wall. Okay, here. That's really kind of. It makes me think of Waterworld. The just being like water everywhere.
I'd hate to get reminded of that.
I'm so sorry. I will never say it around you again.
Is that trying to complete the track then? I wonder.
Oh, I'm getting raised up. Okay. It's going to tilt it, isn't it? Is it going to tilt it? Okay, so this moves it to these positions.
Yeah.
If I do that, it's going to roll this one all the way over. And then what does that do?
So is there a ball in? Oh. Just shot it.
So I need to aim it correctly so it doesn't shatter like that?
Maybe.
So it goes by and hits this ball.
You're a pinball wizard.
Harry. So if this doesn't work, then something else has to be adjusted. All right. So I tried all three of these, but none worked specifically. And so I feel like I'm going to have to change some kind of other setting up there maybe, or somewhere else that changes what ball is used or something. Okay, I can go this way.
Oh, can you go in there?
I can't like go in there, but I'm going. Feels like under. Oh, yeah, here we go. Feels like a sauna.
It looks like broken pieces of stuff.
So it's changing the weight it gets pulled down at. Because there's steel, wood, and like marbly glass.
Right.
So what happens that way? So that's all the way over here, though. I'm just going to see if that affects anything. Oh. Okay.
Didn't even reach it.
It's interesting.
Is it going to shatter?
I feel like it made it. It tilted this much more.
It's too high.
Yeah. I'm breaking so much glass. This is such a waste. I was so hopeful for a split second. Like I got
Yeah.
this face. Make note. 10 minutes in. It's short
Yes.
for you.
Ooh.
Okay, so
The weights are clearly not correct.
clearly, sir.
What?
Clearly.
Ooh. Go look at the orange ball again.
Like go back up there?
You see how? You remember how like a piece of it was different? Like
Yeah.
it wasn't
like
solid. It wasn't solid. Yeah.
Okay, hang on. It's funny that I actually remembered how to get back up. I'm so impressed with myself.
I'm always impressed.
Oh, hush. Okay.
You
3 pieces of wood and 1 glass.
Because why else would you be able to look at that?
Yeah, I mean, good game design. You don't look at things for no reason.
Exactly. So what did you have on there? You just put.
Oh, there's a piece of metal and 2 pieces of glass and wood. So it needs to be 1 piece of wood, but it says 1 piece of glass and 3 wood. But if I want it to make it look like the one that we saw it as, I think it was like, oh, that's metal. Problem is I don't have 3 pieces of wood. I just have 2.
So let's just leave it 2 wood. I mean, nothing says it has to be the same size. I mean, you have lots of combinations, obviously.
Lift me up on my throne, please.
It doesn't look visually different, does it?
No. It's when this gets weighed down that anything looks different.
Okay, so that.
Like it's too far down right here, so it doesn't actually go across. Well, that did not work.
Might as well try all 3 positions.
So the way this weight does affects what this does, which then affects the angle it presents it at.
Right.
This will probably just angle like this, is what I'm seeing. I'm expecting it to be super angled upward.
That's instantly.
Yeah. I wonder if there's just a piece missing and you have to find it.
Or maybe the glass represents emptiness.
I feel like if glass represented emptiness, why would they have glass pieces in here?
To mess with you.
But that's really bad game design then. Plus, I'd still need a 3rd piece of wood. I'm going to look around more.
Yeah, you think there'd be some sort of hint of what it's supposed to look like, right?
Well, like that ball up above.
Yeah. Very happy mining music going on.
I know. I was like, that's to leave to another place.
Right.
Don't really feel like doing that yet.
No.
Whoa, wait, I just went, oh, it's a ladder. I feel like I'm on the main part of the island at the moment. Can that open? Nice.
I think this is a whole other puzzle.
Yep, raise me up. You raise me up. Okay, these correspond with these.
Yeah.
Looks like. This one looks like it's stabbed and bleeding. What does that do?
You're gonna have to probably get the other ball. So we probably have to wait for that other ball to be there. You know what I mean? That's probably what that railing is going to.
It took the ball.
Yeah.
I'm just curious on what that means. Okay. What? That was interesting. Because this one turned and it had a light there, and then it kicked the ball to this side, and then it turned and then it swallowed it in a sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, until I find more clues about that one. Nice to meet you, puzzle.
Yeah, I can tell you where we were is the next section before. So I just don't see any clues into what the weight needs to be.
Oh, I'm on this part of the track.
Oh, that's interesting. Is that didgeridoo?
Didgeridoo. Wee! Oh, look, I can go down here. I think that changes the way the thing vibrates.
Yeah. Different sounds.
Yeah. This just looks like it'd be fun to ride.
Oh, yeah.
There's a crystal up in the center here. Could they all be just like on the same one? But I don't know which one. Ooh. How do I get back to?
I don't know. I know. Like I said, I know the weight ball is the next puzzle area.
Okay, well, I will try to find my way back to it.
You went exploring and got lost. I think that's yeah.
This is what Mezzo does best. It's lost. Make my way back to the weight puzzle because I'm so confused now. Not a very good rendition. What happens in it? So great. It's her sickness. You're like, la, 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 la. Okay, so that's to go up. That's to go back to where we came from. So I'll look at it. Is the game loud for you?
No.
Okay. So I just see like 3 parts wood, 1 part ice. But if you're telling me that's like the first puzzle we're doing, then I don't need to grab an extra piece. I just need to figure out what is correct.
I can tell you it's 3 pieces that are needed.
Okay. Go forward. Okay.
I think there'd be some sort of hint other than trial and error, because there's a lot of combinations can be. You know what
You're
I mean?
trying to hint at me something, aren't you?
Oh no, I'm saying like there's no
I
way
thought
for
you were like bearding a little bit and like trying to lean me towards the.
I could beard you and tell you exactly.
No, don't beard. Don't full on beard me.
I mean, I could tell you that there are clues of what not to use.
Don't use the metal.
I'm not sure though. I'm not sure the
actual
positioning
pieces
matter. I'm not sure the positioning matters on the way.
Gotcha.
All right, so you have 2 glass and 1 wood.
Yes.
Okay. Do you want me to at least tell you where the gear is supposed to be for your?
No.
Okay.
I want to be smart.
You are the puzzle queen.
Yeah, but there are times this queen ain't right. I don't always rule. Well, that's not gonna work.
Well, if the ball was made of glass, it wouldn't shatter.
Yeah, but they decide to make it full of glass. Because that I can't change.
The gods are angry.
Sounds like it. Sheesh. Well, this is incorrect.
Yes.
I came to that safe assumption.
What's up?
My phone was on Do Not Disturb for like this whole morning. I didn't realize it.
Oh.
I'd wondered why it wasn't getting notifications for things. That is why.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like I did do pieces of wood and glass.
You did.
Okay, one of each.
It's nice that it closes the door behind you. Just make sure no one else gets in there.
I mean, this is why in real life I can't close doors behind me. I expect them to close automatically.
Exactly. I expect mine to have the shushing sound. Like from Star Trek. So I would say that because it's going down. We essentially what it looks like we don't want the end of the ramp to go down or up. Obviously, you want it to stay parallel for it to go along the track, right?
Mm-hmm. So I assume that if that's there, the ball comes, this will be upwards.
See?
But it goes down. Well,
To me, it would seem that it's not heavy enough that if that end is up.
so maybe I need to switch out either the wood or the glass with a piece of metal wood.
Oh, you can hear that?
Yeah.
I think everyone in my neighborhood can.
Okay, this is 2 pieces of metal and a piece of wood.
So
because in my head, glass is heavier than wood.
No.
Oh.
I can tell you it goes glass, wood, metal.
Well, I decided to make it uber heavy. I just realized this is being a counterweight to that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm a dumbass.
No.
Hey, queens can be that every now and then.
You know, if we were dumbasses, we wouldn't be able to escape for the weekends as well as we do.
That's true. All right. I understand that 2 metals and wood is not 2 metals and glass and wood is not going to work. So I need to switch one of them to glass.
It looked close.
Wood to glass. It looked close.
It looked close,
but not quite.
Yes.
All right. Pushing out.
What do you have there? One of each?
This is two metals and 1 glass.
Okay.
I did one of each already.
Yes. This episode titled Mezzo Plays with Balls.
Let's get Mezzo playing with a ball pair.
And counterweight.
Advertise it with the title Mezzo Plays with Balls.
Ooh, almost there.
Was that a sound I heard you make?
What?
Nothing. I couldn't tell if it was you or the thunder. I can't remember which side I had it on.
Yeah, on the right.
Okay. Did you see him all snuggled up in a blankie today?
I did. Is it cold by you?
Yeah.
It needs to get colder here because I'm sick of rain nonstop. It needs to snow. The ground's been wet for a month and a half. There's no snow.
None of these worked.
Nope. All right, so you've done 2 metal, 1 wood. You've done 2 metal, 1 glass. So we know it's not that. You've done 1 of each. You've done 2 wood and 1 glass. I believe there's only 1 combination left. Sound like someone sprinkling fairy dust. Don't you miss these games where you can't study anything around you and just have to plug at it to make the game longer?
That took over 20 minutes.
You did it!
Like, yay.
You raised a platform. And then you didn't. You remember that platform?
Find it. I feel like this is an important pattern. I hear you. Jeez.
The gods get impatient in this island. All right. Do you want me to lead you to the next puzzle?
Take me.
Take
me away.
So we are. What did this guy just do? Excuse me.
What?
So that symbol is important. It looks like.
I took a picture of it.
Okay. So now we have to go to the tracks that you were getting lost on. Yeah.
That's back.
Yep, it's back there. Now, before you go too far.
Uh-huh.
There's going to be something you can do, which I don't know what it does. Yeah, so go through there. Do you remember all the circle paths that you were going around?
Yeah.
Go back to that area.
This is where that thing kicks in.
Mm-hmm.
I need to go back to that other area. How did I get there in the first place?
That's a great question.
There's one for each of these.
There is.
I'm trying to remember how I got there. I thought I got it. Oh, wait. The ladder. I forgot about the ladder. No, that's the other puzzle.
Yeah.
How nice. So close behind me. Okay, now I'm at the track.
Oh, okay, so I'm trying to figure out where this guy did this.
Okay.
Because he's going along. You went through the caves, did all that, went down, went through. Oh, okay. Do you remember where is that? The caves with all the lights that you went through before? That went through, like, I would call it a whale skeleton, if you will. It looks like metal.
Yeah,
go to that piece. Yeah.
That?
Yes.
What about it?
Go to that area.
Like towards there?
Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna want to get into there because somehow
I think I'm gonna have
somehow you're supposed to know that you can take a piece of track. How you're supposed to know that?
So I need to find a different way into there.
Yes.
So you're telling me I have to go back the way I just came?
Yes.
Ooh. Shaky feeling. Get on there, person. So maybe it's like towards the beginning.
Yeah, go through there until you enter like what I'd call the whale skeleton. How'd you get there?
No, I went back because there's only one way to go. Like,
Should be.
I don't see another. So after going through here, and you get onto the tracks, it doesn't let me step off towards the whale skeleton. Unless I'm. Oh, do I have to get? No, that's not.
Can you go down that one?
Oop, that's not what I meant to do. Am I supposed to get down to it from here, maybe?
I'm trying to see how this dude got down there. He went from the puzzle we solved. He went to wood planks with all the lights by the elevator. You remember the elevator, the crappy elevator?
Yeah, that's towards the beginning.
Yeah.
I thought I would try.
Yeah, you definitely have to get to that platform down there. Yeah. So turn around. That's new. Go into take one step into it. Towards the whale bones or whale skeleton. Go into that.
I was already in there.
Look up. Can you grab? Okay, maybe that's not the place then.
But I will go in here.
This is definitely a place that we've never been before.
Yeah, that's.
I'm saying where he's at. Well, the walkthrough.
This platform's up there.
Yeah, that's not it. Go. Okay, so let's go towards the. Hold on. Look. Oh, okay. Go into that. Nope. Right. Go into that.
That's where I came from.
Look. Can you look? Go up. Go into it a little bit more. Into the whale skeleton. Sorry. Keep going a little bit more. It's that platform that's up ahead of you. Up. Yeah, you're gonna want to be able to go forward until you can.
That's where I came from.
Okay. Can you click at that? Click that platform right there.
Nothing happened. I can only go up on it.
Maybe he just clicked forward. Maybe, okay. It just disappears. All right. So the next puzzle is he's going around and he's looking for let's call them tuning forks with the symbols that you were able to turn the dial that we thought was changing the reverberation.
Yeah.
It just looked like he took the piece. He just looked up while moving forward. So never mind.
Oh. But now I want to know what's back this way. Okay, back to the beginning. So this is what was beyond the crappy elevator.
Yeah, so now we're going to they call it a sonic ring.
Okay.
So we want to set all of those.
If I go to the first one here. How do I know what to set it as?
That's a great question. I have no idea. I know the answer, but I don't know how.
You're supposed to figure that out?
Unless you're trying to match the tone for everything.
And there's nothing here. Kind of.
I like it says that you set it to their right positions. That's not helpful in the least bit. Oh.
Yeah, like this. Now you're seeing it, aren't you?
Okay, so you have to go to the sonic.
Okay.
The sonic ring that you go to, that's the sound we're trying to match on all those dials.
Oh, so each.
So do you remember what that piece where you went through that glowy ring?
Glowing ring.
You remember on the track there was something that was pulsating that you walked through that was kind of shimmering?
Yeah, that's this.
That's what we're trying to match it to. There's a piece right there.
I think the confusing part is just like, so, you know, games like this have gotten better, of course, over the years, but like sometimes you just get lost and you're like, what? And that's me. Because I don't see like an indication on. That was weird. That felt like a flash. On what they should be.
Correct.
Because I know that this is pulsing to whatever this is set at.
Right.
But I can't tell what it's supposed to be set at. And then it makes me feel kind of nauseous when I'm in it. I like figuring things out. It's so much more satisfying.
Yeah.
I like the beat though. Dun, 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 dun.
All right, so let's see. Oh, apparently there is a way to figure this out.
But Mezzo is not smart enough to figure it out. Possibly. Or they make it so obscure it's hard to figure it out. That's where that flash comes from. I look at the sun and it gets obnoxiously brighter.
All right. So the way to figure this out, you ready?
Yeah. No.
You go past the elevator, past the path. This is good vibrations. Climb on the track and pull the lever as you go up. There are lots of buzzes and thrums. Ignore them for now. Start the machine and watch.
What machine?
So there's a silver ball that rolls into the roller coaster and shatters. But note the sequence on the control panel. Copy down the 5 shapes that the little marble passes through.
Is it talking about this one? That puzzle over there?
All right, so it says go. Okay, so from your arrival point across the bridge, the next intersection is linking book that follows.
Okay,
Follow
we saw the
path
book.
follow down the stairs and turn right in the intersection. Go past the elevator and follow the path. And there's a ladder that you climb up.
There's no ladder.
There's lots of buzzes. Start the machine and watch. What the machine is, I think it might be that machine.
Yeah, because it mentions ladder, and that's the first thing I come across after the ladder.
Yeah.
Is this machine. Maybe I have to solve this before I can do the other one.
But just start the machine.
Let me get up there.
So it goes center.
Yeah. And then disappears. And earlier, I had put 3 just randomly in here. And then it went to a spot, this turned, and then a light was on here, and it tossed the ball to here and that spot, and then it zapped.
It says pull the lever and you go up. There are lots of buttons. Ignore them for now. A silver ball rolls into a roller coaster and shatters. And note the sequence on the control panel.
Yeah. It looked like it right here, right? It went there. I'm gonna watch it again. What a weird machine.
Now you follow the path the ball would take. It makes 0 sense.
It rotates completely and then zaps. Now, if I cover just because this one's smushed, looks like it got stuck under there.
But you notice how there's 5 positions and there's 5 symbols on those control boards?
Yeah.
That's how you know where it is. That makes 0 sense. I'm not seeing how they're supposed to figure this out. It makes 0 sense to me, quite honestly.
You didn't see that one, did you?
No.
It threw the glass marble up in the air and it shattered on the top.
Interesting.
Okay, one thing I understand. The red thing will cause it to stop for a second, and that affects how it gets tossed off. So a ball drops. And you see it's in that middle one, the bottom, and that red thing disappears. It stops it. This one stops it. You see how the red knob will, like the red insert will stop it, and then it'll affect how it gets thrown out.
Yeah.
I do hate that you have to watch the entire animation every single time, because it's a little bit longer than you'd really want after having to do it so many times. See, the holders, only 3 of them have something that can hold the ball. The other 3 are blank underneath. At this moment, I'm more experimenting to try to get to know how the puzzle works. Even though I feel like I shouldn't have to experiment this long in a game just to figure it out.
Okay, you see part of the Great Roller Coaster. So label them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The big one in the middle is 1, and then go to the left and then go clockwise. 2, 3,
4, 5, 6.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so the 5 blue lights are the 5 houses that stand in the corner. Look at the houses, grab a piece of paper and pen, and make a drawing of the position of all 6 pagoda houses. Name the central one to the rightmost. Now, pull the lever, which is located to the left of the illuminated circle, and watch what happens. And where's it go?
It's shattered.
Hold on.
I think I understand. Maybe.
Again, but now behind you, the roof ice ball falls out. It goes on a roller coaster in the middle of the house, and then it goes through house number 4. Unfortunately, the ice ball is splashing into the ocean. The intention is the ice ball follows a route to all 5 houses, always with the middle house beneath it.
Here's something. Look, these look like the symbols on them.
Yeah.
And so does this one, which is number 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess this one. Would that like this one? I guess is this one. Would you go back and look for this symbol on there and see if that's what it needs to be on? Like this looks like the octopus with 2 heads.
Right.
Oh, you can turn them off and on.
Really?
Yeah. I'm gonna turn off the one. Here's also the confusing from this angle. Okay, so this is where we are right here. Is this thing?
Yeah.
So if I turn off that one, what does it do? Just out of curiosity. Still splashes. All right. See how some of them look like the octopus, some of them look like the octopus with the leg missing, some of them look like a 2-headed octopus. And I'm wondering if that's supposed to be the symbol they're on. If that makes sense.
Yeah, this is absolutely absurd. All the stuff you have to do to it.
Does that not make sense though?
Yeah.
So it does not make sense?
I mean, it makes sense. There's 6 codes that you have to find.
6?
Yeah. You have to do this 6 different times.
Absurd and obnoxious is a good way to put it.
Yeah. The tension is that it goes through all the houses, so it doesn't splash.
Yeah. So I'm wondering if I need to set these to be look at these symbols on there to see if say because this one would be this one. Is there one that looks like a weird phallic sort of thing that goes there? Okay.
Yeah. So.
Sure.
So essentially, we just got to get to all those things and put them in the right spot. So apparently first, we want to go house 2. And that supposedly needs to be at 12 o'clock.
12 o'clock?
Yeah.
But it looks like this symbol, like when you start. I took a picture of it. I don't know how you can't see that at all, or can you?
Barely.
It's this one right there. See how it's missing a leg?
Yeah.
It looks like that one.
It says it must be at 12 o'clock.
Not sure why. Because that would make it not make sense. Unless it's like a randomly an RNG kind of choice of what symbols appear.
And now it says go house 3.
Which I have as this guy. Or possibly this guy.
It's correct where it is.
Okay.
Now we have to go to house 4. And it's supposed to be at 11 o'clock.
That's completely different than what I have.
And house 5. Is 2 o'clock. And the last house is 6 o'clock. Now go test the ice ball. This is just code number 2, by the way. So I don't know how you're ever supposed to figure this out.
Here's why I got you. Tell me what to do because these games are so obscure.
They are. Oh, not pillar. That's code number 2.
All right, everybody.
I think this is a good spot to end it.
Yeah. Save.
Well then,
Oh
these
my
games are so interesting, aren't they?
incredibly so.
Well,
I'm so confused.
so I have 3 things up here to watch and go over, and it still doesn't make sense to me, which is astounding, I think, to say the least.
Well,
Well,
thank you everyone for joining us for this
yes,
Retro Alcove.
yes, I said new year, new season,
Mhm.
old games. So
Yes.
we'll see everyone next time, Retro Alcove.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.